Humans encountered many changes over the last century, especially in their social relationships and social structures. One can say the globalization is a very important change, if not the most important. Bauman, 2003. The reality and the omnipresence of globalization makes us see ourselves as part of what we refer to as the global age. Albro, 1996. For example, the Internet allows a person from the Philippines to know what is happening to the rest of the world simply by browsing Google. In addition, mass media allow for connections among people, communities, and countries all over the globe. Many scholars gave and tried to formulate definitions of globalization, which resulted in different, sometimes contradicting views about the concept. According to NAFRF, Al Rodin, 2006, globalization cannot be contained within a specific time frame, all people, and all situations. Aside from this, globalization encompasses a multitude of processes that involves the economy, political systems, and culture, so one cannot easily constrain the definition in one discipline. Despite these, one can create her own definition of globalization. In fact, Manfred Steger, a scholar, stated that no generally accepted definition of globalization has emerged. Steger laid out 4 broad descriptions of globalization that people can use to anchor their own definition of it. These are as follows. 1. Increasing global interconnectedness. People and countries now become closer because of globalization. Example, using technology that are invented from other countries. Consuming products made abroad. 2. The expansions and intensification of social relations across world time and world space. People can broaden and improve their relationships not just to those within their country but also with those from other countries. Example, using social media to communicate with relatives who are OFWs. 3. A complex range of processes, driven by a mixture of political and economic influences. Politics and economy of other countries greatly influence the processes of a country. Example, adoption of policies and programs being imposed by foreign countries, applying for international certifications, immigration, tourism. 4. The swift and relatively unimpeded flow of capital, people, and ideas across national borders. Capital, people, and ideas quickly and easily flows from country to country. Example, investments of foreigners in the Philippines, visiting or working in other countries. K-wave. Aside from defining globalization, it is also important to learn how to understand the meaning of globalization. So, how? There are 2 important things to always remember. 1. The perspective of the person who defines globalization shapes its definition. One's definition and perspective could determine concrete steps in addressing the issues of globalization. If one sees globalization as positive, the person could say that it is a unifying force and a good phenomenon. If one thinks that globalization creates greater inequalities among nations, it is negatively treated. 2. Globalization is a reality. It is changing as human society develops. It has happened before and is still happening today. Therefore, one's definition may vary from her experiences of globalization. Overall, globalization is not easy to define because in reality, globalization has a shifting nature. It is complex, multifaceted, and can be influenced by the people who define it.